Ethan Van Sciver, the review. I'm going to start with the mean things and then say the nice things at the end. I hesitated to put him down because he was on my side in terms of hating The Last Jedi. He still is on my side. I still don't want to say anything negative about him because I agree with almost everything he's doing. If I'm stealing his thunder by making this, then so be it. He can afford to have some thunder stolen. Believe me. I saw him make $2,000 in 1 hour. And that was on the night that Soilo premiered. And even if I do steal any thunder, I doubt it'll be a lot. I find his situation very interesting. And I spent a lot of time on his channel. It's fascinating. I mean, the dude has created a whole career. Oh, and I forgot to mention the DC thing. Shit, okay, I have to remember the DC thing. Give me 1 second. Okay, so, where were we? Okay, I'm just going to mention the DC thing because I'm going to forget otherwise. He goes on and he says on his channel, he goes, oh, I'm quitting my job at DC now. I've decided to quit my job at DC because you know what? I want to follow my passion. And, you know, I don't like working for other people. So, you know, I'm going to make my own comic book because that's what really matters to me. And I like, as if he's quitting out of integrity. Dude, you worked in the industry for 20 years. You proved for 20 years that you are willing to work for other people. That you're not too creatively, your integrity is not that incredible. The only reason, he didn't mention that the reason he's quitting DC is that he's making enough money on YouTube now. He didn't mention that that's the reason that he's all got this newfound integrity. I lost respect for him when he did that. He should have said, I'm quitting at DC because I'm making enough money on YouTube, thanks to all of my wonderful fans. But he tried to make it like an integrity thing. Come on. Yeah, I was watching all his videos. I started watching around the time that he first saw The Last Jedi. I don't remember exactly when that was. It was probably a few months after The Last Jedi opened. He saw it later. And he didn't have a lot of followers at the time. To the point where he was able to respond to comments. Now he's got like 100,000, so he can't respond to anybody. And that's okay, I understand that. How could you? You get 1,000 comments, you can't respond. I wouldn't bother. The fact that he called Rian Johnson Roundhead was a low blow. It was funny at first. It was awesome. See, it's hard for me to save the nice things for the end. I guess I have to do the nice things with the mean things. Okay, so his discovery that Rian Johnson had a round head was brilliant, and I'm sure Rian Johnson has found out since. I'm sure he's found out that he has a round head because of Ethan Van Sciver, and you know, applause, standing ovation for that revelation because everybody loves it, and it takes Rian Johnson down a little notch, and he needs to be taken down as many notches as possible. Actually, taken down completely. In fact, Soilo, again, it's a low blow, it's lowbrow, it's true, but again, it's kind of just like making fun of soy products, I guess. There's nothing wrong with soy. Soy's fine. I like soy sauce. I remember when he thought of the words. I remember when he was talking about, he drew a picture of a soy superhero, or the hipster. I forget what it was. It was hilarious. I don't remember exactly. It was a long time ago. Tico, making fun of Rose Tico. Funniest thing. He's the funniest because of that. It was such a... And he ordered a life-size Tico. I mean, that was the funniest stuff ever. But in retrospect, again, it's kind of a low blow. You know, he's attacking people the way they look, right? Roundhead Rian Johnson. Tico making fun of how she's like chubby and short, and she's not very, she's not very, what's the word? I don't know. Forget it. Moving right along. Social justice warriors. Okay. Now, the term social justice warriors, I've determined that there's nothing wrong with social justice, and people should be proud to be social justice warriors in terms of the definition. Social justice is a good thing. So you're really just putting down social justice when you say social justice warrior. I prefer These days, I prefer to say you're using social justice to for your own agenda, right? You're making social justice warriors look like crap. You're an imposter. You're abusing social. So it's the same as the Me Too movement, right? The people who are ring false alarms, they lie about it, and they use the Me Too movement to further their own agenda. It's exactly the same thing. And I realized the Me Too movement is going to be destroyed from the inside, just like the social justice warrior movement is going to be destroyed from the inside. It's not the actual social justice warriors who are terrible. It's the imposters that are pretending to be social justice warriors. Real social justice warriors are wonderful people like Malcolm X or whatever the hell. Or, Che Guevara. Or I'm not very politically savvy, but you get the idea. Real members of the Me Too movement are wonderful. They got rid of Harvey Weinstein. It's the fake ones. It's the people who... Yeah, anyway, I made my point there. Now, the fact that Ethan Van Sciver supports Trump scares the crap out of me because I just have a personal problem with Donald Trump. So that's just a political thing, and I don't want to get into it because I'm not politically savvy. So we're moving right along. I don't like the fact that Ethan Van Sciver plays piano in his videos because I've studied music theory for over 10 years, and I just don't really like dilettantes. Dilettantes are people who half-ass things. If you're going to do something, you should be very, very good at it, especially if you're going to take videos of it. And he's not very good at the piano. He's not Mozart, okay? He's probably not even Beyonce or Elton John. So just don't bother. Like, stick with what you're good at. It's really lame seeing somebody play the piano really crappy and singing really crappy. It's embarrassing. Cyberfrog. Okay, that was the first thing that pissed me off about the dude, was that when he started drawing Cyberfrog, and I'm like, and I remember writing, because he was doing it live, and I'm like, I wrote, what the hell is this? I came here for Star Wars. I don't want to see a stupid frog. My problem is just that it's a shitty idea. That's all. And I just lost respect because it's a shitty idea. But, whatever. Maybe it's a good idea. I don't know. I just think that Ninja Turtles already came along, and Battletoads came along. Cyberfrog is not very original. Maybe it's a masterpiece, right? It just seems like a stupid old idea. It's not. I don't think it's going to be the next Batman or Superman. And personally, I would aim for perfection. I wouldn't want to do some silly Cyberfrog. It was funny because he's like, "Oh my God, I've raised $200,000 for my Cyberfrog," and I'm like, and I remember writing, I'm like, it's so funny because he's already celebrating the success of it, and it hasn't even been made yet, and he's already celebrating. He's already broken out the champagne. It's not even a hit yet, buddy. Like, you could raise all the money in the world. What if it's shit? Like, that would be pretty. That'll be pretty funny. I don't think it's gonna be like, he's already sold it, so it's already a success before it's even come out. So who cares whether it's good or not? And you got enough fans, they'll buy it regardless. So you're right, it is already a success, I guess. I hope it doesn't turn out to be The Last Jedi, though, where you just half-ass the thing. I hope you're spending the $200,000 on the Cyberfrog and not on buffet meals. He is putting on weight. And I don't mind saying that because he doesn't mind criticizing people's round heads. So, whatever. Pointing out how popular he is, that bugs me a little bit. Because, as Goethe once said, art is not about the masses, it's about the individual. You don't make art for the masses. And I'm not saying that his channel's art. I'm just saying it's... Still, though, you shouldn't make anything for the masses. You should make it for the individual. So when you point out how popular you are, you kind of diminish. Well, you're also kind of just smelling your own fart. You're kind of celebrating yourself, and that's a little bit too much. Beyonce, Britney Spears probably has 100 million followers. So I mean, popularity really doesn't. It's not a gauge of anything. Neither is being rich. So, I just have issues with that. So his ego got out of control, and that's why I had to stop watching him a few months ago. Like, I just can't watch him anymore because he's just so unbelievably into himself. And I imagine that would happen to anybody, when you have 50,000 people watching you, that's gotta affect you. I don't think I could handle it personally. I don't like the fact that he said one time that he wants to get rich. I don't like that. Just inherently, I have a problem with that. And also, it makes me realize how. It makes me notice that he takes as much as he can. He'll take, and then he'll find more ways to take. Like, okay, now I'll make more T-shirts. Now I'm going to do more. I want more money. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get into the good things. I'm envious as hell, jealous as hell. That's for damn sure. I would never deny that. And it's interesting. I once heard a lecture where they said the difference between jealousy and envy. The difference between jealousy and envy is when you know you don't deserve the thing that you want. So, for example, I know I could never get that girl, so I'm envious that that guy has her. Jealousy is when you think you own the thing. So jealousy would be if you think that that's yours and the other person has it. And I think they described it as like Iago. Iago was envious of Othello, and Othello was jealous. Anyways, sorry for saying anyways all the time. I'm not a linguist or orator. Ethan Van Sciver did great things to help. Now we're getting the good things. He did great things to help us fight the Last Jedi, and these are some of them. Some of many of them. He did many things. He probably was, as far as I'm concerned, he led the charge against the Last Jedi very successfully, and I'm very, very grateful to him for that. And I hope he does very well. And I'm gonna need him when the episode 9 comes out. So this is an endorsement, even though I've said all these negative things. It's an endorsement overall. He fixed the ratings. StarWars.com, they rigged the ratings to make The Last Jedi more popular by fans than like The Empire Strikes Back. Ethan Van Sciver goes on and he tells the fans, he goes, okay, we're going to fix it. Go on there and give Last Jedi Empire Strikes Back high ratings, give low ratings to The Last Jedi. And it worked. It worked. He fixed, I wouldn't say he rigged, they rigged the ratings. He fixed the ratings. The Tico joke was the funniest thing in the world. I'm so grateful to him for that. Soilo thing was hilarious. I think the Tico thing was funnier than the Soilo thing, but whatever. Calling Roundhead Ryan Johnson just changed the whole... Yeah, took Ryan Johnson down a notch. I'm just repeating now because I've already mingled the compliments in with the insults. Alright, so I'm done. And the last point is that he's a very smart guy. I appreciate that. And he's also very creative. And I appreciate that too. Okay, that's it. If you like, if you subscribe, if you comment, I guess that's what I'm supposed to say at the end, right? Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, bye.